So,
Where did we leave off, Tony?
okay, so last time on Wired Neon Cities, we left off with what was it, Viper and
Blood
what was it?
Orange.
Blood Orange.
Viper and Blood Orange.
Blood Orange.
The dynamic duo.
The Dynamo Duo.
We had taken some wounds.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, we had blown up a city block for some reason.
For subscription fees.
We had to go get money from people.
Yeah.
And so we threw a bomb into their house.
Yeah.
I mean, which seems a little counterproductive.
And then Eric told me that I had a transmitting device in my head.
Which,
Because we all did.
yeah, you all kind of
Which
do.
everyone apparently does. And so I, in a fit of fear and adrenaline still coming off of the nuclear blast, I stabbed one of my arm blades into my head in order to remove the transmitting device.
And y'all are in a
Oh, and we have
taxi.
superpowers.
Yeah, I mean, you're slightly invisible now. You have toxic claws.
I have toxic claws.
Y'all were in a taxi that y'all commandeered from the driver for kind of no reason.
Not for no reason, we're wounded.
I should probably
Right.
get to a hospital.
Yeah.
We probably both should.
Yeah, you should probably both get to a hospital.
I wouldn't say commandeered.
I
Like-
can't get my
You
blade out
killed
of my
the
head.
you killed the guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You killed the guy
Yeah.
in Blood Orange.
I can't get my blade out of my head, and I need to go see it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should use your other blade to murder our taxi driver.
I mean, and,
Look,
like,
we're here now. You're driving. Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna-
get us to be Mr. Ambulance.
Fine, it's a good thing we have such good
Wee-oo,
coverage.
wee-oo.
yeah. I mean, if anything, we can say that Blood Orange went a bit of a fit of rage after stabbing his own brain with a knife.
I'll say.
I'm sticking my head out the car window and making an ambulance sound, with blood trailing behind.
It's pretty metal.
Wee-oo, wee-oo.
But
I will never forgive your ass for this. This is some fucked up, repugnant shit.
so while you're zooming down the highway with all the other
110.
Cool wind in my hair.
yeah, all the other pseudo hover cars,
I think they're called Kalitas.
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 Yeah, that you can smell them rising up through the air.
Yeah, they have a very distinct paint. Tony doesn't get it.
I don't
He
get
doesn't
that
get the joke.
He
reference
doesn't get the joke. You don't go,
whatsoever.
oh no!
Well, let's not spoil it for him. Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Is
go
it a
on.
Rick and Morty thing?
No, it's
It's
not
not.
a Rick and Morty
It's
thing.
not.
It's Hotel California by the Eagles. Get some culture.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
You can check out any time you like. You
No,
can
I
never-
get
You can
that
never
shit.
leave.
But anyway, so you, Viper, make a nimble check real fast.
A
for your
nimble
for your
check?
driving. Because
That's everything's a D6, right?
yeah, everything is a
Okay.
D6.
My nimble is 4 and I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you succeed. So you're zipping through traffic, like there's it again. It may be like 4 a.m, but Glow City never sleeps.
Yes, hover cars just weaving
Yeah,
in and
totally.
out.
So you're adjusting accordingly. Again, you're in intense training.
I used to be an Uber driver. What's Uber? I don't. Nobody really remembers before And
You
then
don't remember? You used to be one.
yeah, nobody but me.
Well,
It
tell
was
us.
very short-lived business.
Everything was
Like
consolidated.
super ultra awesome.
yeah, it
But
was
better than that because that's what the word Uber means.
yes. And then the bombs dropped, and it became even awesomer when we rebuilt everything.
The lift bombs.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys drinking power muscle.
Yeah, I remember the blitzkrieg of Airbnb.
Those were dark days.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a dark time in American history. All right, so yeah, you from all your training just over the years, you're rather skilled at doing the whole driving thing. So you zip through traffic, and so you said you were heading for like a hospital, right?
Yeah, we have.
Preferably.
It'd sure be nice.
Yeah, we have wounds.
Okay.
Again, blade stuck in head.
Yeah.
Losing.
Can you
life.
detach the blade from your arm, or
I
is it
could,
just
but I'm
permanently
worried.
in
I'm
there?
worried that if I do, all the blood will start squirting out, and I won't be able to keep it contained.
Well, what if you just detach the blade from your arm? in
Said the
general?
disembodied voice in the car.
I'm the voice of reason.
Yeah,
I blocked that part of my brain out. with the blade.
with the blade,
No,
apparently.
it's like
The voice of reason was way gone by the time I stabbed myself in the head with my own arm
no.
blade.
Pink Cat sends you maintenance specs because it's still like you're getting pieces of transmitted
No, I don't get
data.
any of that because of the spam overload that I gave to myself.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a little fucky.
Well, no thanks, sir. I don't want any penis enlargements today.
so you get to the you find a little clinic on the overpass. It's kind of better than nothing right now. The nearest like actual like general
Free
like,
Groupon for horse racing. Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of things.
We
on
still
this.
race horses?
cyber horses.
Cyber horses,
Yeah,
okay.
they're robots. It's more humane that way. But-
Sounds cooler too.
Yeah, no, there's rockets.
Because
involved.
they can probably blow each other up and shit.
It's like Twisted Metal, but with horses.
That's awesome. I can get behind
I would
that.
totally
Are there
do that.
actual jockeys?
No.
Oh, that'd be. Oh.
I mean, it's why.
I would give them actual jockeys if the jockeys could
Well-
wear suits of armor.
Well, I mean, they
Yeah.
use it like drones.
Yeah, like drones, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
kind
it's
of
like, are you talking about they use drones to control the horses, or are you saying that I think the horses should be like remote control?
yeah. That's what I mean.
So the
like-
horses are drones.
Yeah.
But
Essentially.
they're are they? Do they still have? If you said cyber horses, that means they still have horse parts.
I mean, potentially.
They would have to be like completely robotic.
Yeah, that's not humane at all. Keeping them alive.
Oh.
Well, it depends. What if it's
It's-
like
it's
an
a
old
gray
racing
area.
horse?
It's
that
a gray
broke down,
area.
and so we
I
added
think
robot
what
parts?
you were looking for is robot horse.
Secretary 10, I hear, is doing really well.
Long line.
Well, it's a really long line.
But-
It's just horses.
But anyway, so the nearest actual like hospital is a pretty decent amount distance away.
You can tell how far away it is by the number of times he said hospital.
Yeah.
I don't need I don't need the big grand hospital. I just need one of those hole in the wall doctors.
I mean, that's essentially what you'll be getting in this case.
As long as he takes our
It's-
insurance.
I mean, it's pretty universal.
Good.
Like, thanks, progress. But yeah, generally pretty universal.
All right.
Granted, there may be like a surcharge. I mean, that's pretty standard.
There goes.
Quick, they're after us! Run! Step on
They've
it!
sicked the dogs on us!
Step on it!
That's the sound of when y'all pull into the clinic. It's kind of like a back alley clinic, and there's like a junkyard nearby.
You brought me to a veterinarian hospital, didn't you?
Yeah, this is a vet.
I mean,
This is a vet, Tony.
potentially.
The car brought us to a vet. You said you knew how to navigate this thing.
Listen, we're kind of in dire need right now. Plus, my name is Viper, so I'm kind of an animal.
Alright, we get out of the car and say, "Shut up, stop barking! Y'all be quiet here at this vet's office."
they bark back.
But stop. Thankfully.
Okay, so yeah, no, you totally actually went to a late night veterinary office.
So what's the vet's name?
This particular vet office is the Dog Days Veterinary Office.
Dog Days.
Dog
All right.
Days.
I heard the dog days were over, Eric. I mean, Viper. I'm bad at doing that. I'm bad at remembering people's names.
It's okay, Blood Orange.
Yeah, that's me.
Blame it on the knife in the brain.
Let's get you fixed up first. Your wounds are a little more severe.
Whenever
Platypus.
so whenever you get into the veterinary clinic, there's nobody inside of it because again, it's 4 a.m.
Right.
Except for a receptionist and probably like a lone doctor. The second the receptionist like looks up at y'all and sees knife brain and her like wounded, kind of irradiated friend. The both of you are pretty irradiated.
Yeah. And not only that, but I'm dressed in chains, and I've got that weird S&M mask on. I told you before, I look like that dude from Resident Evil 4.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So I'm pretty animal looking anyway.
Right. So, whenever she sees it, she's like, "Oh my god, what happened to you two? And why are you here?"
Got pretty wild at the Rocky Horror Show.
Desperado.
I can see that. I mean, I take it you need immediate care.
That would be nice, yeah.
All right. She gets up and goes to the back room for like a split second. All of a sudden, a doctor. He's a little. I don't want to say like fat or anything, but like he's portly.
It's got some girth.
Yeah. It's, you know, wearing the usual, like, the white coat and everything. He comes out and he's like, wow, that is much worse than you said, Debra. Oh my god. Yeah, but I think I can deal with this. I've taken bolts out of dogs' heads before and probably walked on a horse or two. Yeah, I can probably do something with this.
I say, Apple Teeny! And I retract my blade, and the blood squirts out of my head, and I fall down in front of him.
He's like, you shouldn't have done that, but okay! He's like, you, sir, what's your name?
I'm Viper.
Alright, grab your friend and bring him into the back.
Grab him from where?
From the ground.
No, I mean, like his legs?
Oh, I mean, preferably the...
Fireman's carry.
Yeah, preferable.
Okay.
He rushes into the back ahead of you.
Do they make like a brawn check or something?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, make a brawn check real fast.
Okay. Yeah, do a thing. I nailed that brawn check.
Oh yeah, you pick him up like he was a fucking baby, and you're just like, whoa, alright, let's do this.
He is a tiny man.
You run to the back holding Blood Orange's body. Debra, follows behind. She locks the door for the vet.
As I fade away from consciousness, I give Debra a thumbs up.
So
I feel like she's doing a good job.
So for Blood Orange, like it's just like a blackout phase back in. But for Viper, it's like the most intense, like hour and a half surgery. Like you're
just a montage of him staring through the window.
Viper's more or less involved in this.
I couldn't have like any anesthetics or anything.
What?
He also got hit with a nuclear
blast. Yeah, I mean, they, like, Debra, in the meantime, kind of patches you up some.
Okay.
But, like, as soon as you're, like, more or less good, Debra's like, I'm gonna need your help a tiny bit. So, for the next, like, half hour or so, you're helping out just, like,
I'm gonna whisper
things.
something to Eric real fast. Just hold on.
I scratched Debra with my poison claws.
Just, like, accidentally?
Sure.
I mean... So
while she's cleaning him, he just kind of nicks her with it.
Like, intentionally or accidentally?
Oh, yeah, on purpose.
Totally on purpose?
Oh, yeah, on purpose.
Okay.
But she thinks it was an accident. And she doesn't worry about it too much right now.
Right.
Why did I do that?
It'll come into play later.
Will it?
Yeah.
So, after she gets done, working on you, she kind of is a little woozy, and just subsequently kind of, like, passes out. Like, doesn't seem to be dead or anything, but, like, she's out of commission for at least a little while. And the vet is, frantically, getting the blade out of Blood Orange.
Out. I pulled the blade out.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You retracted it.
Yeah, no, there's just a big old hole.
Yeah, well, okay,
pouring
then
blood.
In this case, he's using more of like a... I'm trying to think of the word. It's kind of like that
magic space laser.
Well, I was thinking more like the healing foam stuff that they're actually working on now, where it's like a disinfectant, like, and it's supposed to like.
Oh yeah, they just spray it right in, and it just kind of seals around.
But since this is a brain,
I don't see how that's not magic space laser.
I mean, it kind of is in its own way.
I think it's called a MacGuffin.
Yeah, but it's a little different when it's like in the brain. Like, because the brain is a little different than just like muscles, and so he's just like, this is probably going to be the worst idea I've ever done. But I mean, because he's not a dog or a horse, so I'm going. But I mean, this is the best we can do for now. If at all possible, maybe Pink Cat's insurance can cover future surgeries. But I mean, this is good for now, I guess. Make a Blood Orange, make a brawn check. So like your physical for like your physical like resistance to this, because this may or may not fuck up your intelligence.
I got a 5 and my brawn is a 4.
Okay, so you surprisingly shrug it off a lot better than what either anybody anticipated. So he got the hard work done, like with little to no side effect. Thankfully, there might be some bits and pieces here and there, because you did kind of damage your brain.
Did he do any sort of cybernetic repairs, or was this all just tissue based?
Mostly tissue based. He as soon as you more or less come to where you're like a pretty much cognizant patient, he kind of like hovers over you. He's like, "So, I did what I could as far as like, quick fix, and you seem okay. Your vitals are good. Your brain scans are coming out actually surprisingly good, all things considered. So, this is probably a weird time to bring this up. Well, Debra's on the ground. She seems to be sick. I don't really know what's up with that, but so this might be a weird time to bring this up. I sort of have a side job of doing cybernetics of illegal cybernetics in a way.
Tony's trying to DM us.
Are you trying to get us to do something sneaky and underhanded?
Are you trying to push a plot on us? Or are you trying to give us a direction?
I mean,
I say standing up and ripping off the hospital dressing gown, veterinarian dressing gown. It's probably got pictures of like little bones and biscuits on it.
It's pretty
I
cute.
rip it off and I drop it dramatically in front of him. And I'll say, "I'll take no stock in your plot, sir." And I look over at Viper. I'm like, "How are you feeling, bud?"
Pretty good.
Feeling all right. What's in it for us?
I mean, I'm literally just asking if you want to give me some money and I can give you some enhancements.
Oh, we don't have any of that.
I have an idea.
I mean, you still
Are
have...
you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I stab the doctor through the throat with my arm blade.
Jesus.
I mean, make a brawn test, I guess?
Yes.
I mean, he's definitely not...
Alright, I rolled a 4, my brawn's a 4.
Okay. I mean, he's by no means like a heavy combatant or anything like
Yeah,
that.
you said he was a portly feller.
Yeah.
You probably killed him.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Okay, so I stab the doctor through the throat and he falls dead to the floor. Eric, we gotta loot this place.
We loot it.
Yes.
So...
We rummage through all the cabinets looking for all the drugs and medical equipment that we can carry.
It's mostly animal-based antibiotics and
We should
We'll take all of it.
set the dogs free and burn the place down.
sedatives. There's lots of sedatives.
Are there any animals in the building?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we heard them on the way in.
Is there some kind of transport van outside?
I mean,
We don't want to just let them loose into the city.
I mean,
That's dangerous.
there's like the car owned by the guy who
Okay,
runs the
that'll
place.
have to do. Eric and I pile all the animals into the car.
A lot of them are like, actually sickly animals
Okay,
that were like in the little kettles in the back.
okay, we take those two.
All right.
We put the sick ones in the trunk. This is no time to have emotions.
Okay.
How are you doing up there? Did you find anything good in the reception area?
I don't know, did I?
Yeah, like I said, y'all found money wise, there's cred sticks and everything like that. I'll say about 1,000 cred sticks.
Hey, we got 1,000 cred sticks.
You got some
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And again, a plethora of like animal sedatives. And, like,
we
of
didn't find
varying
any of that
degrees.
cool cybernetic shit he was
All right,
talking about.
Well, that unfortunately he more than likely hid somewhere, and it was just kind of
We're
again.
searching.
And now we'll never know.
We're searching.
Okay. Both of you make an intellect check.
You go first.
Making a mind check. Oh yeah, my mind's a 4 and I rolled a 5. So
Okay.
I did pretty well.
So again, you got all your cybernetic eye enhancements.
My mind's a 5 and I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
well, you didn't see anything.
No.
We'll blame.
Slightly below average.
Well, I told you to
Yeah.
look. I went.
Yeah.
We'll
okay.
we'll blame your lack of perception on the brain injury.
It's fair.
You're still hazy.
It's fair.
But Viper, on the other hand, thanks to his enhancements and everything like that, he kind of does a quick scan of the of like the main office thing, and something seems a little amiss. One of the paintings, like every veterinary office has like every animal painting you'd ever imagine. They kind of weirdly, these go with like a weird pattern. There's like dog, cat, horse, dog, cat, horse, and then house in the center. And like that just feels a little like off for you as far as like pattern recognition goes.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, what the fuck is with that? And like again, you've ransacked the whole place, and it's like, huh. So you knock over the painting of the house, and behind it is a safe. It seems pretty heavily locked, though. You might be able to like either brute force it, hack it, whatever.
Is it a key lock, a keypad, or like a combination safe with the old school Turner?
It's actually a keypad.
Oh, it's a keypad.
Yeah.
We're gonna check the doctor's pockets, or like his desk.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't find anything.
I mean,
oh yeah, that's right. Well, you saw me knock the painting off and reveal the safe.
I thought you were just mad at that picture.
Well, there's this
Obviously, there's a safe
blood
there.
orange. There's a safe.
Yeah, I see it.
Do you?
Now that you've mentioned it out
Of
loud.
course. Role playing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So how are y'all going to get this?
I
Lock
want
open.
to take one of the animal sedatives that we found and feed it to the Debra, who's still unconscious on the floor.
Yeah. I mean,
I just want to keep her unconscious for now.
she's definitely unconscious at this
Okay.
point.
All right.
Especially with the sedatives.
Okay, and then we're going to drag her, and right now I'm sure there's no more room in the car, so for now we're just going to throw her over
On the roof.
top of the car
Yeah.
and just kind of secure her in some fashion.
Okay. So we're still looking for a combination for
Yeah,
this
that's
safe.
fine. I'm working on other stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so in the meantime, you're looking for the combination.
Right.
Okay.
Some one of us has to make sense.
Where are you gonna look? What's your first spot?
Well, does he have the doctor's corpse?
Yeah.
Is a good spot.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Check his right through his pockets and stuff.
Yeah, you managed to find his general ID and everything. You find out his name. His name was Dr. Douglas. You rifle through a little bit more of his pockets, and you find his wallet. Again, more identification stuff. He has a lot of like business cards for tech companies, which kind of makes sense at this point.
Are any of them for a safe company?
Actually, yes. One of the
I look on the back of the safe card.
on the back of the safe card is a combination 1765.
I enter that number into the keypad on the safe.
The safe opens up, and inside you find like I wouldn't necessarily say like a treasure trove, but like you find a weird little black notebook and just like oodles of just like different kinds of cybernetics. A lot of them look definitely like secondhand, like made in China kind of stuff. But
I walk into the room and say, "What the fuck are you doing in here?"
The safe is open.
Oh, good.
And next to it is kind of like a little safe box that is like full of like more cred sticks, illicit cred sticks, but cred sticks.
If we were to use them, would they automatically be flagged as illicit in our bank accounts?
I mean, you might need to find a guy,
A scrubber.
That sounds like
We need to
too much
find a
trouble.
scrubber.
pretty much.
We could find a scrubber.
Dude, in a city of hackers, they're everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just got to pay them a little.
Are you
bit.
kidding me? I'm taking all of this
All right,
stuff.
we'll take all of it.
I'm gonna.
All right.
What's in the book?
Inside of the book, it's your typical kind of like little notebook. And inside is full of names, like too many to even fucking just like.
Do we recognize any of them just right off the
Off the bat,
turn
no.
of the page?
Probably
Okay.
after you like if you take some time to like examine the names and stuff like that. I mean, that's distinctly possible. But yeah, so
So no title, no preface, no letters, just names.
just names,
Just names.
lots of names, and then a number next to it.
I
Probably
look,
how
I
much
look
they
back
cost.
through the open doorway at Deborah's corpse tied up on the roof of the car, and then I look back at the safe, and then look down at my watch, and I say, "Viper, you better grab that shit. We need to get moving."
I grab the shit and get moving.
By this time, it's about almost 5 in the morning. The sun is like gonna be breaking the horizon pretty soon.
Now we have to burn this mother down.
I retract both my arm blades and I say, "This time I'm driving."
Okay.
I know I just suffered massive brain damage.
Are you sure
I'm driving.
You sure you don't want one of the dogs to drive?
I've got this. I've got a plan.
That's what I'm afraid of. Do I know anything about cybernetics?
I mean,
I have them in me.
You have them in you.
I imagine the specs have been downloaded and I have the drivers and shit in my brain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do I recognize any of these parts?
Skimming through them, you'd find mostly, sort of like organ enhancement ones, where it's like, better liver, increased kidney function, crap like that. You kind of imagine a lot of those would be useful as far as, like, sick animals go, but, cybernetics are cybernetics. But a lot of times, people that don't have as much money will go to vets to, get cybernetic implants.
So, with those not so interesting, very ordinary...
This is him flipping through the notebooks, learning about all these cybernetic book pieces that he just picked up as we're getting into the car and pulling on.
Well, the book doesn't have any of that in it.
Yeah, he's just going by a database.
I'm just going by what I have in my brain and what I already know.
You're scrolling through your database. Then.
Okay, so...
But while you're doing that, we're moving on to the highway and heading out of the city and towards the forest.
Okay, so using all these ordinary parts, could I possibly put them together and make something really cool? Or send them to somebody and make something really cool?
That is distinctly possible. Because there are the, what are they called?
The cybernetic specialists, we could find somebody like that on our way to find a scrubber, because we got to go out and do this stuff anyway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of...
We've got some business to attend to first. We've got to take care of all these animals.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Well, for the most part, yes, you can hire, a mechanic or a hacker. They typically will know what's going on as far as that's concerned. You could do it yourself, potentially, but...
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I shoot people for a living. I don't build things.
Right. So, I was going to say, you could potentially do it, but you would be at a heavy disadvantage. But yeah, so y'all are kind of in the outskirts of Glow City. It takes a while. It's early morning at this point, almost 7.
Please tell me there's a big stray dog commune where they can just be happy.
I'd like to continue off. I'd like to exit off the highway and start to merge onto the dirt road that leads to my family's old farm.
Oh, nice.
Okay, fair.
Okay, and so it's way out there in the middle of the woods, kind of secluded from everybody.
Right.
So you're gonna set the dogs free and Debra?
Debra, you're free to go.
You're free.
No. So we get to the farm, and it's empty, like it's been for the last 20 years. And it's just this big abandoned... There's a silo and a big warehouse and kind of a big 2-story manor. And it's made in that architecture that was really popular in, the 2400s, but then kind of fell out of style later on.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And in the basement is this really cool thing that my great-great-grandfather built, which is this homemade jail cell. All right? We're not going to worry about that right now.
I feel like I should.
But what we're going to do is we're going to put all the animals into the barn. We're going to take the sick ones and keep them in the house. And we're going to set up triage, in the basement. And when Debra comes to, she'll take care of the animals. She's going to have a little bit of repercussions probably from being scratched with your poison claws so soon after your nuclear radiation exposure. I don't think all that radiation had left your system yet.
Debra's going to make a really good roll and end up getting superpowers.
Yeah, she's probably going to turn into a part bicycle person.
She's probably going to turn into our greatest villain. Aren't we the greatest villains, though?
We are supervillains.
We're pretty fucking terrible.
At the rate it's going, y'all are your own worst enemies.
Yeah. So, that's what's happening.
So, you
for the next hour.
Still haven't told me what the jail cell is for.
We're just
I walk away without saying anything
or
else.
just what
and
this plan is.
Start moving the animals into their locations.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I look at them. I'm not sure exactly that I could put something together. That's why we got to find a scrubber for the credits, and we got to find a mechanic for these parts.
Probably someone needs to clean this manure trough.
Wake up, Debra.
I can't. The transformation hasn't taken place yet.
Well, I'm not doing it. This was your idea.
I throw Viper the keys, and I say, "Go get yourself some upgrades, maybe a better attitude." And then I whip my face angrily and march off towards the barn.
I feel like it's just massive brain damage.
You know what? It's like what the beauty of this really is. I don't have to come back. I don't have to.
No, nothing's stopping you. Go on.
All right, I will.
Go on.
Do you want anything while I'm out?
Yeah, just some of those, like the purple tricks, but not the ones that have the candies in them. Just the plain ones.
Oh yeah, you got it, babe.
I still slam the door angrily as I walk into the barn.
So this is just like a guy with horrible brain damage, just existing in like a form of chaos, and Viper just kind of like going along for the ride and be like,
it's not really worth it. I've never really been much of a partner guy. I'm more of a solo act. Partner went off a little off the rails. A lot off the rails.
I walk down to the basement and begin just hammering a piece of metal for no apparent reason, just over and over again, and the camera is slowly zooming out, but the hammering gets louder the farther away the camera gets, and it doesn't make any sense.
Alright, so I'm sure I have
There's one dangling light. just hanging from a really long strand for no reason, swaying back.
I'm sure I have an internal Rolodex of people. So I'm looking through that while driving,
just to get some snackage.
In a little HUD display on one corner of my eye while my other eye is on the road. And I look for scrubbers and mechanics.
I mean, you got a few.
Okay.
A few on retainer.
Well, let me call my first guys on both respective lists.
All right. The first scrubber you find, the only for safety's sake, no one ever really uses names. That's why you're Blood Orange Viper. But the first name that pops up on as far as scrubbers go, you just call him Mr. Clean. It's a brand that's existed for forever.
Good, I like Mr. Clean. He's much more professional than scrubbing bubbles.
Oh yeah, and Mr. Drain, like the
Drano.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a Mr. Drain.
There's Drano, and then there's his direct competitor who's just an imitator.
Yeah, like Dr. Drain.
Yeah.
Or something. But yeah,
Dr. Drain is good.
That would be a good rapper.
Because
Dr. Drain. He sings about leaky faucets. but yeah, so Mr. Clean is your first cleaner. So he gives you his usual rates. He's like, look, I mean, if I'm gonna be doing some form of laundering in a way, 25%.
We ended up getting 1,000.
I mean, yeah, it's about 1,000.
Okay, so we have 750 after his fee.
Actually, you found 1,000 just in regular cred sticks, and then you have the untold number in the dirty money.
Oh, untold number.
Yeah, you have no idea how much that really is. He's like, I charge 25%. The usual.
Okay, yeah, right off the top, that's cool. That's a good rate.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, he's like, all right. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, just meet me at the usual place, and we'll get this going.
I go to the usual place.
And while you're driving, also, you should probably call your hacker too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, my mechanic hacker friend.
Your hacker friend, he goes by the name Neurosis Nova. He spells it all elite style, so his numbers instead of letters, it spots. neurosis is spelled like, Nero.
515.
I was about to say, there's probably some 3s and some number 1s in there, right?
And cis is spelled SYS.
Every letter that could possibly be a number is a number.
Yeah. So you talk to him, your hacker mechanic friend. He's like, I mean, yeah, I can kind of do something with that. Probably get you some, I guess better organ function and all that stuff. It might take me a few days to kind of fuse it all together and everything, get it all set up good. But yeah, I mean, I can do that. I don't know. You come to me kind of often. 500 bits, I guess.
For that, does that include installation?
No, unfortunately, that's not my thing. You're gonna have to talk to a talk about that one.
How about I do a favor for you instead?
That's fair. No, I like that. Just stop by whenever. We can hash it out later.
All right, sounds good.
So you head over to the usual place for Mr. Clean, which is just sort of like.
Oh wow, he works fast.
Huh?
Oh,
no, Mr. Clean is
I haven't seen Mr. Clean yet.
Yeah.
I only talked to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I was under the impression I'd already seen him.
No. We'll kind of expedite it, but you go to like the outskirts kind of part of town, sort of like weird, rundown warehouses of a derelict like district, and you give him all the cred sticks. And he's like, all right, I mean, this is gonna take a minute, but he just basically like puts it into a sort of like Dex drive looking thing. There's like boom, 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 boom. And each one it just sort of like piles into it, and then it kind of spends some time sort of
arranging and counting it.
Yeah, and like decrypting and recrypting, etc. And over like a few minutes, it finally like comes out to a full amount. Wildly, the amount comes out to around 100,000 bits.
Oh wee!
Thing is, though, whenever he like compiles all that, he's like, "Fuck, that is astonishing how much that is." I mean,
the rate is still the same.
No. I'm not arguing that. He's like, you're probably sitting on some hot stuff. He's like, this may have come from like a handful of cred sticks and everything like that, but this is much.
I show him the book.
He starts skimming through it. He's used to reading really quickly. He skims through. He's like, fuck. He's like, tell you what. He hands you the book, hands you the cred sticks. He's like, they're completely decrypted. I want nothing to do with this. And he's like, leave, get out, go.
Don't ever contact them again.
Never again.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I want nothing to do with this anymore. I have been involved in this enough. Go away, please. He's like, contact me in a year or two if necessary, but leave me alone. And he just closes the door behind you. It's like, yeah.
So, Neurosis didn't have the same reaction. Will he probably have a similar reaction when he gets further into the parts?
Potentially.
I see. And he says it's going to take, a couple days?
Yeah, it might be a couple days before.
I guess I have no choice but to go out to the farm, because that was off-putting. And yeah, as scary as the farm is...
We're back to me now. So, here on the farm, while you've been away.
Yeah, so what has Blood Orange been doing besides being a crazy person?
I did a very like I said, it's been abandoned for many years.
Yeah, totally.
So the first thing I had to do was go through with my arm blades and trim all the hedges and cut the grass and just get everything back to looking nice. I mean, what are we if we don't have nice looking yards? We're savages, and I won't abide with savages.
Fair.
So then we killed all of the sickly animals. It was the best decision to make at the time.
Right.
We didn't have space for them, and they had the potential of getting the other animals sick, and we need them for the future. So we had to get rid of the problems.
All right.
Debra has come out of her coma now.
Yeah.
She is fully half bicycle, as we had planned. and once Viper returns, I will be sure to give him a thank you bouquet of eggs and dog biscuits.
Is she really?
Is
She really a half bicycle person?
She is a half bicycle woman, and you need to respect her life decisions.
I mean, yeah, I'm. So I'm not gonna disagree with the mutation thing because, like, you know, but
we threw a bicycle and turned it into a bomb and got nuclear power. We got magic powers from it, and then those powers, while still irradiated,
it was
were
a hoverboard.
It was a hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
So she's a half hoverboard.
I forgot. No, she's still half bicycle. It's in her genes. It's just the way the radiation attracts.
Okay.
So what parts are bicycle at this point? Because she's half bicycle.
Well, I prefer to leave it up to, like, viewer interpretation. You know, whatever you see in your head.
So like a centaur bicycle?
No, what I like to say is that picture a person.
It's her legs, but she can only move crab style side to side.
Picture a person who's, like, in the position of pretending like they're a four-legged creature, and then take their arms and their legs and use the Photoshop twist tool to make them into wheels with the arms and the legs, and then take the head and elongate it out to somewhat of a hammerhead shark formation.
Oh, poor Debra.
God, this is like some...
Oh no, she's not in any pain. We have her tranked up on a bunch of animal meds. It's all the stuff we didn't have to give the sick animals. She's doing great.
How long of a supply do we have for that?
At least 3 more days. I'm gonna need you to raid a pharmacy at some point in the near future.
We're kind of rich.
Oh, well, that's good news then. Oh, I haven't even shown you the laser silo.
Laser silo?
Yeah, we're building this laser. We're gonna take Canada hostage. It's the whole thing. Come on.
When you go inside, it's just an array of flashlights.
But all focused onto one mirror. And
one map of Canada.
No, it's a massive mirror, and it's pointing straight towards the top of the silo. And even though, like, it's got that whole dome, there's a pinpoint in the middle of the dome that's open. And when the sun isn't around, you can tell that all those flashlights are pointing at a mirror, and it's pointing out that hole because there's a tiny little beam of light that's coming straight out.
So
it's nothing yet, but I didn't know we were rich. This can be way more now.
So that's like a beacon in case anyone wanted to find us.
No, it's like a death laser for the moon.
I thought we were blowing up Canada.
We have to bounce it off the moon to get to Canada. Don't you understand how this works?
Or you can blow up parts of the moon, and then parts of the moon will land on Canada.
I've had this disembodied voice in my head ever since my accident, and it's really starting to freak me out.
So you're doing everything it says?
With very liberal...
Shut up! No, I'm not doing anything it says.
You do realize
That's the point.
You'd have to put a mirror on the moon.
No, the mirror's already there.
The entire moon is a mirror.
When did it get there?
1943.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Alternate history.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we have money.
I feel like Viper should get his friends some help.
And
before this escalates much
it.
worse.
Where did we get all this money?
You know they're going to come looking for me because they're looking for you. They know.
Why are they looking for me?
Partner. Because your chip is out. They probably think you're dead.
Well, then they're not going to look for me.
They're going to look for me, though.
Okay.
They're going to want to know what happened to you.
Then leave my farm. Don't bring them here. I've got death lasers here.
So you
and Debra, she can't defend herself. She can't even hold a gun.
So you just want me to take these 100,000 credits and
No, you can leave those. Alright, look. If fair is fair, I killed the guy, you found the money, I'll split it with you. Give me the money, and I'll give you half the blame, and then we can just part ways. And then when they come after us, we'll both die separately in different areas. I have half the blame
and you have all the money?
Yeah. No! I don't think that's fair. That's a fair way to parse it.
I will give you 50,000.
Well, good. You just hold on to it until we need it. I don't think you're actually going anywhere. This is all just fun banter.
It is fun, I'll give you that.
I stab him in the leg.
Ow!
I said you're not going anywhere.
I wasn't-
My scar.
I wasn't trying.
pulses.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's
your
like
scar's
pulsating.
yeah, your scar is pulsating like
Yeah.
badly.
And I'm flickering
Like-
even more and less into like appearance.
Like-
Like I'm going now to like 5% visibility all the way up to like 50%. So I'm just like fading in and out.
Yeah, Viper. It's like
And to you, you're starting to wonder if you're even sane because now this weird flickery ghost creature is like, acting all batshit weird around you.
Do I see any needles with sedative around me?
I mean, dude,
We're
there's.
we're outside next to his car.
I was gonna say if you were inside,
Who's the DM here?
I was gonna say if you're inside, there's piles of sedatives. He hasn't done a very good job organizing.
No,
There's like it's just on
this
the
is
floor.
all on tables, just splattered around. A couple of them are thrown in a wall like it's a dartboard. Homemade dartboard up against the wall with paint.
You did a lot while I was gone.
You were gone for a long time.
Like half a day.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been on meth? 12 hours is a lot of time.
Do you know what could be in that book that could spook a scrubber so
What?
bad?
What book?
The black book with all the
I haven't
fucking
seen
names.
it.
Yeah, you
Well,
have.
I mean, I saw it. I didn't read it.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of names in it.
Show it to me.
They show in the book.
Do I recognize any of the names in the book?
Make a mind test at horrible disadvantage. Though.
I have a 1. I rolled a 1.
Words. They're like
Book.
even at disadvantage. Like you rolled like a negative like 5. You like words just kind of like shift and move and like they're weird little snakes on the page.
I think maybe you should lie down.
Book.
I'll take that, thanks.
Yeah. But again, sedatives are everywhere.
I walked Debra up to the side of the house and lean her against it, and then,
I chain her up to a post.
and then go inside and take a couple of tranquilizers.
Oh, poor Debra. She's an abomination.
Doesn't even know it either.
She thinks
now
she's
I'm
still
asleep
working at
and-
the clinic.
and you have free reign at the farm.
I have. Oh wow. I guess I look around and see what he's done with the fucking place.
I mean, it's chaos. Like the trimming the hedges he was doing is like he basically just like sliced and diced with reckless abandon. Like there's like the shrubs weren't exactly like healthy to begin with, but now they're just fucked. Windows are more broken than you remember. In the backyard is kind of a smoldering pile of. You're not 100% certain. You just kind of don't want to know at this point.
It's sick, dog.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Like I said, your friend needs some help. Like, badly.
I go through my Rolodex again, see if I know a doctor.
You do, thankfully.
One who will make house calls.
That one you go a little deeper into your list.
Yeah, I'm pretty
'Cause,
sure I have a pretty deep list.
So you,
I'm aroused.
so you start going through, one of the names. This guy just, again, goes by Mr. Fix-It.
It's Dr. Spaceman.
Spaceman. But yes, he was Dr. Fix-It.
Okay.
He, or Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, just follow the big laser silo going at the moon. You can't miss it.
Apparently. He's like, I mean, I can just lock onto your signal. Just okay, yeah. Alright, I'm coming. So, he's like, it'll be a few hours though. Just keep him
pay in cash.
that fine. I mean, that's all the better in my part. Keep him doped up. That'll make everyone's life easier. So you said it was brain damage?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I got this. You kind of hear him. You kind of hear on the other side. You kind of hear like some whirring. He's like, "Yeah, I got this," and then he subsequently hangs up.
Can I make a mind roll and not tell you why?
Sure.
Oh, this is nefarious.
Eric, you see my mind score on the screen there, so you know whether I'm lying or not.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is, but deduct 2 from your mind score,
And I have to roll higher than that.
or rather,
I did that.
or take away or add 2 to it. And you have to roll higher.
You have to roll
Yeah.
higher. Which is impossible. Yeah, that's impossible. I have a 5 as a mind score.
Right.
Yeah,
So I have to roll higher than a 7
That's how
with a 6-sided die?
That's how out of commission you are.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
okay.
I
if
can't
you,
get anything
if you
done.
roll a 6,
Okay.
You've gotten a lot done.
and
today.
only a 6.
Look at that.
Holy, it's a 6.
Look at that.
That's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then.
All right.
Then.
No, just it'll come up later.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh, this is scary now. It's getting worse.
So about 2 hours have gone by. You're more or less hovering around him, making sure that like he's not moving overly much. Probably like tied him to the bed or something like that.
Good. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's the best idea I've had all day.
But yeah, so he's definitely on lock. Whatever's going on inside of Blood Orange's brain, like you're getting not gleams of it, but you're definitely seeing like rapid pulses. So there's activity going on up there, despite the sedatives. But finally you hear kind of like a car like drive up and
All right.
like a bang on the door.
Before the bang on the door, as soon as a car drives up in the driveway, the automated turret defenses that my grandfather installed when he built the farm activate, and
No, turn them off. Shut it off.
They start firing at the cruiser coming down the driveway.
Roll the nimble. It's not your stat whatsoever.
Yeah, I was about to say I
this is
can't
the drone.
affect that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the drone's stat, but just roll. Like
Okay.
I got the number up here.
4.
Luckily, those are some very old turrets, and they kind of creak in position.
Yeah, they're
so
not
to speak.
great.
Nah. And whenever they start to fire, they're horribly uncalibrated, and they just like zoom right over his head. Luckily, the doc, he's used to being in war situations, like especially when it comes to, clients such as yourselves. He's just immediately is just on point with that, and just runs for the front door. Again, the turrets are really bad. They try to follow him, but they just kind of creak and just kind of get jammed, and then they just sort of give up at that point because the sensors aren't quite working too good anymore either. He busts to the door. He's like, "What the fuck?"
It's your patient.
All right. He walks over to Blood Orange. He's like, "What the fuck? What is wrong with his head? What happened?"
He stabbed himself in the head with his arm blade.
Okay, can't say that's the first time I've heard that.
Really?
Cyberblades are weird guys. Sometimes the enhancements can kind of fog the mind.
Huh.
It happens, actually.
Okay.
Not commonly, but it happens. But he's like, but the pulsing. What's up with that?
I don't know. I thought that was normal. It's been doing it the whole time.
No, that's not. Who did the healing? Obviously, you went to a third party.
Oh yeah. Dog days.
Ah,
Under the overpass.
yeah. No, I know the one off the grid. Yeah.
Sound that off the grid to me.
Not I'm
Everybody seems to fucking know about it.
I'm very familiar with Dr. Douglas.
Giving his cards out and stuff. You got him in your Rolodex.
You're unconscious.
I'm just thinking all this because unconscious people can still hear you. Even if
Is
they
it
can't
coming
respond.
from the pulsing in his brain? He's just transmitting his thoughts.
He's like yeah, no, he does what's a good word for it? Experimental medicine? I mean, that's why he's cheap. And
When you say experimental medicine,
I open my eyes and they're a different color.
all right. Yeah, no, they're
Pure red.
who's the DM?
No, I'm just...
Am I the DM?
Maybe you should try more.
Maybe I should try.
Maybe you should try harder.
I'm fine with exposition. But he's like, well, experimental medicine is in non-military grade back alley, like, it's a good word for it. Cocktails, I think, would be a good way to put it.
So, what do you... The thing he treated Blood Orange's brain with...
More than likely, it was like a mix of, some sort of, muscle repair thing. But again, it was in the brain. That isn't overly, what's the word? It's not overly compatible, but...
So you're saying that his brain is trying to grow a giant muscle in the middle of it?
Kind of, in a way.
Awesome.
Again, not the first time this has happened. Again, this is by no means standard, but fixable. He, busts out some surgery equipment that looks vicious as all hell. He's like, I'm literally going to have to split his brain open and drop in some
I want to make a brawn check to break out of my unconsciousness.
Debra can assist you if you need.
Who's Debra?
The bicycle on the side of the house.
Oh, God. No. Yeah, make your brawn to try to break out of your bonds.
Alright, I didn't make it.
Alright,
Good.
You start struggling intensely. And
Fucking good.
he's like, I thought I said to keep him sedated.
This is sedated.
God, I really hate Cyberblades. He, so then he just gets right to work. He, injects some sedatives into Blood Orange's neck, and he just did make a brawn once again.
Oh yeah, you're out like a light, homie.
You rolled a 1? Oh yeah, you're out. You're fucking like,
He's got the good shit.
yeah, like elephant tranquilizer style. And again, you came to, like, you were like in super rage mode, and then you went right back out, and like you were like, what feels like 2 seconds has gone by for you, like for them like practically half a day. The two of you just go at it. Like, he's, like, it's pretty vicious work, all things considered. Like, you've been on the receiving end of doing this to people, as far as, like, blowing off parts of brains and stuff like that. But, you've never been, like, this close to it, as far as, like, without the intent of the person dying. But yeah, it's definitely some sickening work. But, so, unfortunately, the repair work, while successful, the throbbing is definitely gone. The weird muscle tissue that was growing within his brain has been generally pretty removed. And now there's like a weird little mini computer thing, kind of like poking out of his head, sort of like a microprocessor.
Okay.
Just kind of like poking out of his head, sorta. Generally, kind of fused over with like gauze and stuff like that, and skin grafts and stuff like that. But overall, the surgery was a success. When you come to Blood Orange, you are like, your brain is 1,000,000 times more clear. Like, the fuzz is gone, the haze is gone. You're more or less corporeal as far as that goes. This is permanent. That ain't gonna go away anytime soon.
Have you paid the man?
Not yet.
He looks like he's like that was. I mean, this is like quick work, quick hard work. It's like I mean, I haven't done it to this degree before. Do you even have 25,000?
Yeah, I got 25.
Really?
Yeah. Came across a large sum of money recently.
I stand
Alright.
up from the medical table and walk to whatever window is closest and stare out of it with my arms crossed behind my back.
he's like I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll give him the 25.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, he takes the 25. He's like every time I've ever talked to you guys though, like, you're just doing like small things for Pink Cat. How the fuck do you get 100,000?
Look over my shoulder and say, don't let the door hit you on the way out, doctor.
Whatever, you give me my money, I'm good. He, walks out
Bebops away.
and gets into the car and vroom.
I turn to Viper and I say, now we're really getting on track.
That's coming out of your half, by the way.
Look back out the window. Where we're going, we won't need money. In the window, in the distance, I'm looking at the silo.
Alright,
And that's the tiny beam of light that's coming out of it.
then we'll end the episode there. For a short build-up serial.
Nice.
Are y'all gonna, go to the moon or something? Or at least attempt to?
Oh, we're gonna do Dinosaurs on the Moon Part 2.
It'll actually be Dinosaurs on the Moon part prologue.
Oh, it's... Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
where I cut my arm blades off and changed my name
To Richard Cunning.
back to Richard Cunning.
Wow.
It's all been an elaborate plan.
Full circle.
No, I don't want to do that. No, it's a space laser. We're evil. We're supervillains.
We're certainly fucking getting there.
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
No, you're definitely at the...
Eric wants to take jobs and play Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm just like, let's just build lasers and kill everybody.
Oh, I'm getting to the bottom of some kind of plot. And
I know.
And now we're rich.
Yeah, I know, and they're going to be coming after us. And when they do,
Well,
you'll be glad we've got a fucking base in
Yeah.
the middle of the
I-
woods
I
with
am.
a fucking giant space laser.
And lots of dogs.
And lots of dogs that some of them will be cybernetically enhanced and the rest will be fucking shot.
I mean, as long as you have a long-term goal.
It's good to have goals.
Yeah. So...
And I just want to say that this episode goes out to Debra. I think Debra really,
It's a real trooper.
she's a real trooper. She really pulled it together. We're looking forward to adding her to the team and to our garage.
The heavily sedated bicycle woman.
She's not sedated anymore.
I mean, when she's not, she's in extreme pain.
Well,
And, like, screaming
she's kind of
for
used
death.
to it by now, and her voice is out. It comes back.
No, she has one of those horns.
It's just the yeah,
Thanks, Deborah.
and that's how we know to refill her water bowl.
Jesus.
She dings twice. Ding, ding. Oh, she's hungry. Alright.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Poor
of that one.
Deborah.
She's the village bicycle.
Yeah. That's just mean.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good night. I mean, also, I guess this is Tony Obert, Eric,
and
and,
our names on this.
I mean, my name's already on.
Do
out there.
we?
But,
This has been Tony Obert, Eric Thomas, and Christopher Teuton with Wired Neon Cities
by Scott Malthouse.
by Scott Malthouse.